The views expressed and the opinions given by the individual host and their guests do not necessarily reflect those of Para X, its affiliates, or its sponsors.
Supernatural. Magic. Ghosts. You have elements. Bigfoot. Extraterrestrial. Psychic energy.
The Calling.
And good evening, everyone. Welcome to The Calling. My name's Jerry Ayers. I am the host of The Calling, also with Supernatural Investigators of Minnesota. And my co-host, well, is actually now a co-host tonight because Alan couldn't make it. Alan lost his Ethernet cord, and he just doesn't pick up his toys after he's done playing with them. So people, the next time he's on, give it to him, you know. But anyway, so we have Kimberly Juarez of Cat Paranormal. How you doing, Kimberly?
Hey, Jerry, how are you? Happy Halloween Eve, right?
Well,
right?
It's actually Mischief Night.
Oh, that's right.
Mischief Night. I mean, to me, Mischief Night is like the scariest one of all. Why? Because, and I had it right here, here it is, Mischief Night is an informal holiday on which children and teenagers engage in pranks and vandalism.
Ooh. Any
of these little guys do anything to my car outside, it's done. But anyway, it's known by a variety of names, including Devil's Night, Gate Night, Goosey Night, Moving Night, Cabbage Night, and Mat Night. Why? Goosey Night. You're supposed to run around, pinch girls on the butt? Girls piss guys on the butt? And Matt. It must be a guy named Matt. You're supposed to go pinch a guy named Matt in the butt. Moving Night. Does that mean that you don't want to be in your neighborhood anymore because they suck? Gate Night. You lock the gate so the kids can't come in. Cabbage Night. Because that'll come sailing through your window if you don't have a pumpkin out. I don't know. Anyway, it's going to be very interesting. And guess who we have on?
I know. I'm super excited.
You were awesome. So excited. The one, the only, the ghost magnet herself, Michelle LeBaron.
Oh, you said it.
I said
it again, Jerry. Say it again.
Say it again. Michelle LeBaron.
Roll that tongue. Roll that tongue.
Okay. You need some help, girl. Anyway, Michelle, how you doing?
I'm doing awesome. How are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. So, Michelle, I think everybody has seen all your videos you do on Facebook, if they have Facebook. If they don't have Facebook, they were born, 1800s? Something like that? Anyway, you do all those Snapchat ones and stuff. I remember the first time I ever seen your Snapchat. It's the first time I ever seen it. You know, when your mouth gets really big and you do that voice and everything. Well, I mean, it all comes to there. It was so awesome. I'm like, okay, this girl goes around as a paranormal investigator. She's really good. You're with Reap Investigations, correct?
Yes.
Let's get that name in there. So.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I'm part of the, last time I was with the Reap investigation team, Bill and Chris and Amy, they asked me, I was already affiliated with the Reap investigation team as a member at large because I always told myself I don't want to be on a team, but they're more than a team. They're my family. And they asked me if I would lead the Reap investigation team in the West Coast, and I accepted. So big things are going to happen. There's going to be a lot of different things that we will be doing in the spring and summer. I'm pretty excited. Can't tell you too much, but...
Why can't you tell me too much?
Well,
The inquiring minds... No, I understand. There's a little confidential stuff inside there, I'm sure.
Well, what we're going to do is I have two other members, and it's Lisa Ludwig, and she is a light worker, a spirit communicator, as well as an investigator. And I have Rhonda Grimes Vegas, who is excellent at history. She's the historian, paranormal investigator. She's also empathic and sensitive, like myself. And this team is so awesome. And what we're going to do is we're planning it through the winter time. We're going to find some spots, and we're going to collaborate with individual investigators, with teams, and, put them out there on our Facebook Live that people don't know about. These are people that have passion, that are excellent investigators, that need to be seen. And we're going to work alongside of them on Facebook Live at numerous haunted locations, and we're going to share them with everybody. So that's awesome. That's our main thing.
That's great. Kim?
Well, how did you start this, Michelle? I know that it's been a passion of yours for a long time. And how long have you, how did you start, and how long has it been?
Well, all my life, it's in my family. I've said this numerous times, but it's in my family. I've got relatives that are psychic, I guess you can say that, or gifted, highly gifted. And it's just in my family. I have witches in my family from we've traced them all the way back from the early 1500s, all the way to Aberdeen, Scotland. My family, everyone's gifted in my family. I've witnessed paranormal activity all my life.
Right.
But, I never really got into it until maybe my early 20s. I was playing with an Ouija board, and I was attached by a female that had been murdered. And, yeah, I know.
Ouija boards, just hate them.
Yeah, it's a tool, just like a K2 meter, just like a voice recorder. It's communication. I don't use them anymore after that. But it was a very scary situation, and that was my first spiritual attachment, actually, I've ever gotten. It's a long story. I don't know how long you guys have.
1 hour.
But yeah, and then in my early 20s, my gifts started heightened. My gifts became more and more after doing that Ouija board session, and just seeing things. And I saw the stuff in my early age, but didn't bat an eye at it really, because I was young,
right,
and a teenager. Right. I was a teenager too, and when you're a teenager, you don't think about spiritual stuff really. Mm-hmm. Right. It was me growing up and being hormonal and partying and being a bad girl and then a good girl. Yeah. No, yep. I was a good girl, kind of, but and then when I got into my early 30s, I ended up starting. Well, no, actually, I've got to think about this. Hold on. It was in 2010. I don't want to say how old I was.
Well, you're what? You're 82 now.
I'm 49.
So, I was kidding. You didn't have to tell me.
So I did a event with Dave Schrader, Debbie and Mark Constantino. It was an event, wow. And there was supposed to be over 30 people at this event, and I guess everyone didn't get the memo or something, because they all showed up on Saturday. And
wow.
I was there for the Friday part of it, and I got to investigate with Mark and Debbie and David, and there was like 5 others with me. And that right there sparked my interest after hearing all the EVPs,
Right.
getting touched. I mean, it was amazing. And then after that, I decided to look into maybe joining a team.
Mm-hmm.
And I did. I applied to be on a team. They didn't get back to me for a couple months, and then I was kind of, heartbroken. But they finally did, and they interviewed me. And like a month later, they made me a lead investigator, and it was with the Ghost Posse of Reno, Nevada. And then I decided to branch off on my own because I felt that I had a mission to do this on my own and to find answers, and I believe it's my calling.
Right.
So I did that. So that's how it became, and I have never stopped since. I mean, I eat, drink, sleep that so much. It's my passion, and I've been through a lot. I've been through a lot of like bullying and stuff and everything in the field, but I just continue to just be stronger and stronger, and I keep going. I never quit. I'll never quit. But so
That's
That's
good.
good.
That's
That's good.
So now we got our first question out of the chat room
oh
here.
boy.
Bill's back. Okay, I was going to
Hi,
say he
Bill.
was there and then
I
he
love
left.
you.
Oh yeah, Bill.
He said you are Mish is an incredible. What did he say? It was an amazing investigator.
Thank you.
Oh.
So the question we have is from Steve B. Do you think Ouija boards open portals?
Actually, no, I don't. I think what opens portals are people, with their energies and their intent. That's what I feel. I don't think that a Ouija board opens a portal. If there's a portal, the portal was there in the first place. So
I don't know. We all have our little beliefs and stuff
and
like
that's
that.
awesome.
That's cool.
I like that.
Gotcha. Now,
I
was there
love
any-
it when everyone else has a different opinion. I mean,
Right.
you don't
Well,
learn.
Speaking of opinions, just out of curiosity, what's your belief in orbs? Somebody who
Okay.
doesn't know how to properly dust their home?
I've seen things that is very unexplainable. I've seen orbs. I've captured orbs that have a very, what would you call it? Hang on. I'm trying to think here.
Remember, it's an hour show.
Yeah. Shoot. I said shoot. Are you proud of me?
Yes. We told her that there's no swearing on the show, and she's like, I'm a trucker.
Very intelligent, the way it moves.
Oh, yeah, no, I believe that too. I mean, usually they got a different type of a shell to it. It's got a tail. It's got the tail that actually moves to it. I mean, not like and I'm going to say it, sperm cell or nothing like that, but it's something totally different.
It looks
than dust.
Yeah, it looks like a little comet, kind of, if you will.
Exactly.
I actually captured something at the Washoe Club. I have a DVR camera on me, and I was sitting in the ballroom alone, and it's on my paranormal page. And I was sitting there, and I heard whoosh, like that, and I turned my head, and I'm looking down the hall. But when you watch the DVR, this orb comes down and it bounces off my shoulder, and it's got a tail, and it bounces on the floor.
And you actually were saying something about that about how you saw an energy. There was even another picture where you had a huge ball, and it was, you kept saying there's energy here, and someone took a picture, and you could see like the blue
Yeah.
color and stuff like that in that. So yeah, she has some
Yeah.
amazing photos, some amazing
Thank
stuff.
Thank
She's
you.
she's a stalker. She's
No,
a
I'm not.
LeBaron stalker. No, I'm kidding.
No, I'm not a stalker.
She's behind you. You know?
I have captured some anomalies that are very unexplainable, and I can tell you this: maybe 20. I'm going to give a rough estimate: 80% no, 20% yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It is true. A lot of it are bugs, and a lot of it, is dust and
Well,
hair.
that's just like paranormal activity. I mean, people will call up from a house and stuff. Our house is haunted. Our house is haunted. Then you go there, and it's like such a small amount is real paranormal activity, where the rest might be like one place we went to. These people were seeing things, getting sick, hallucinating, and everything else. And once it was what do you call that one? A split house.
A
People living on
duplex?
duplex, yeah. And the people that were living on the other side, they said, no, go ask them if you want. We went over there and they had this incredible stereo system, and the speakers were right there. And you're catching this magnetic pull from the speakers can mess your mind. Even when we lay down on the bed, even before we knew it was there, we were getting headaches and everything else. We were, so
High EMF.
Exactly. Wow, we have a whole bunch of questions
Yeah,
here.
we do.
Oh my.
Wow. So, okay. Steve B.
Oh, wait. I
Yes.
just want to let you all know that I cannot cuss. So if I don't, be
So, in case anybody's wondering, is that really LeBaron? It is. She's just not cussing. This is we're doing parental guidance on her right now.
Yes, and you know what? I'm going to sound like, Ned Flanders, from The Simpsons, like okie dokie doodly and all that stuff.
Wait a minute.
Just
You're going to
for
get
you.
a Minnesota accent that since we're in Minnesota, you're going to be like, yeah, dang, okay.
Yeah.
There we
Yeah,
go.
okay, don't you know? Yeah, don't you know?
Okay, now Steve B, this is after we were talking about Ouija boards and stuff like that. Maybe the use of Ouija boards open portals. Then his next question was, can you explain intention?
Intention.
Yeah.
Well, intent, but the words of intent, like if someone is a very negative person and they're calling out things, or the word of intent is very, very strong. And I think that when someone is talking with intent, that they are bringing something that they don't want. And I think that's what possibly either opens the portal or it brings something out of the portal that they don't want to mess with. So,
Gotcha. Kimberly, do you want to take Victoria's question?
Yeah. Well, there's a question before Victoria's.
Oh.
It says, Timepiece says, time to sing when the bouncing orb appears.
That's not a question. It's just a statement.
Well, statement. And then I'm just telling you who's going around
sorry.
first. So then there's another one that says she's amazing and captures captures stuff at a distance. And that's Agnes that said that. And then Victoria says, have you ever been able to pick up on an energy or know that something or is near you before any piece of equipment picks it up?
Absolutely. Because I've done it. I mean, I've only done it for almost 8 years, but I have a gift where I can feel different types of energies. And being an investigator, I go into places with all the different energies and I become in tuned with these energies and feel. If I know what negativity feels. I know what good feels, bad or good. It's because I've done a lot of residentials. I've done a lot of haunted locations, and there has been places where I've gone in and haven't captured or felt anything. I mean, it was totally just blood, you know.
Right.
Right.
But yeah, I use my body before I use any type of equipment.
So would you actually say to an entity, spirit, whatever stuff, would you actually say, if we want you to move something, you can use my energy to do that? Would
I
you
don't do
offer
that.
yourself out like
Nope.
that? Very good.
No.
Okay.
I use either, you can use the energy or electricity from a light or from our pieces of equipment, but never ever do I ask them to take it from me, because I don't want to be drained. I don't want to be vulnerable. I don't want anything attaching to me.
Right.
So, no, absolutely not. I've never asked anything to take its energy from me to get my energy.
So many shows you see do that, like Zach Baggins. I can't stand him. I'm sorry. I'm not a very, very big fan of his whatsoever. But for him to say, use my energy or use me and stuff, I
Yeah.
think he's just opened himself up for so much, negative and wrong things that I think his thinking sometimes just goes off,
Yeah. I don't do that. I
Very
don't
good.
provoke, and I don't ask them to take my energy. So,
Good for you. Good for you. Kim, do you have a question?
Let's see. What is the most favorite place you've ever been? We got to ask you that.
well, my favorite place, of course, is the Washoe Club
Okay.
in Virginia City, Nevada. That is my all-time favorite place. It's like home to me. I know the spirits there. They know me. I've probably investigated that place almost over 20 times.
Wow.
So I love that place. And it never gets old, and it never disappoints, ever.
Yeah.
Ever does it disappoint. And then I think my second favorite, oh my, probably Belair House. I enjoyed the Belair House. Yeah.
Blair
Okay.
House. Where's the Blair House at?
In Belair, Ohio.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've heard of that one.
Yeah. Very, very, very haunted.
Bad Jerry.
Yeah.
So out of all the equipment that's out there, and please don't say the obelisk, but if you do, you say the obelisk. What's your favorite piece of equipment?
Well, my favorite piece of equipment is myself, but
Right.
I do like using ITC communications, which is instrumental transcommunication, which is they can communicate through voice recorders, scrying. You can ITC is like you can ask questions through Steam and get answers or faces.
Really?
Yes. You can stand by a fountain, and if there's nobody else around and you have your voice recorder, spirits use the water, the energy from the water to communicate. That's another ITC. The Tesla coil was an ITC. That's what made ITC. And I like to use spirit boxes. I've gotten amazing validation from those. So yeah, I like a lot, but the ITC, with the technology, the new technology stuff I like. And I do use the old stuff. I use the old stuff first, my bell and let's see what else. I have a bell and of course recorders, camera, just a regular camera. And then I jump. If I don't get anything doing it the old school way, then I'll jump to the new school stuff. I try both methods. So that's that.
Awesome. Well, that's good. That's good. Wow. So, Kimberly, I'm sorry.
Oh, no. Go ahead, Sherry. Go ahead.
Okay.
On to the next one.
So when you go to a place and stuff like that, I mean, what do you think when you go to a place, you've got somebody with you, or do you go on many tours?
I do. I enjoy it because of the history. They
Right.
talk about
Right.
the history, and you get to walk around some haunted locations. And I like to be there around people too, because I like to see people's reactions when they go in, and it excites me.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I do like ghost tours. I love it. I love the history. I just love it. I love
Right.
it a lot.
Well, what's Michelle? So, what's your first reaction when you see some moron that's sitting there, some younger kid or something like that, or even older, doesn't matter, and then they're doing the all right, you come out here right now, depths of hell, all that other stuff. I mean, do you, on these tours, do you actually say something to them?
I
'Cause
don't.
I can't keep my mouth
because
shut.
It's not my tour, for one.
Right.
If I'm there, I let them talk about, or I let them speak to them. But I'm just like, oh boy, you're
Right.
getting yourself in some crazy
Doo-doo.
stuff. And
I
but
seen your lips starting to form.
I know.
You did good.
But the thing is, too, is even during an investigation, I've been to investigations with that I've been invited to, and you'll see someone disrespect the spirits and the people that are earthbound there. And I've said things like, don't do that. That's disrespectful. And if it continues, I'm out. And it has been where I've walked out because it's very disrespectful, and I don't like that at all. So,
Well, that's good. That's good, because there's so many times, like I myself, I don't like to go, which I like to call any kind of a tour place or anything like that. You got to pay for it and stuff. I think of that as paranormal vacations. You go on a vacation, you got to pay money. When we went to Waverly Hills, the first time we went to any place like that, it was quite amazing. But, I like, going out there, finding it someplace that nobody's really investigated before,
Right.
and then find out what's really there. And it seems like the spirits are much more friendly. And wanting to give up information and to interact with people. You go to places like, oh gosh, what is that, Kimberly? The Veskila House? I can never say.
Valeska House or something
Yes,
like that.
Valeska House.
Murder. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so
In
many people
Iowa.
have been there. Yeah, and it's.
I don't even care to go to that place. It's not
Right.
like on my bucket
I'm not
list.
saying that. Yeah, I feel the same way. I don't say that it's not haunted or anything. It's just that so many have been there, and you see so much video and stuff. Because I watch a lot of people's videos. No, I'm not a creeper, Jerry. But anyways, I like to see what's out there. You know what I mean? I like to see how other people investigate, or how they can bring out spirits, or what could be haunted. What's the history? That's why I like. Especially when it's on one-on-one and there's not a lot of investigators and it's just the group. You know what I mean? I kind of like
Right.
that,
Right. Well, we're going to go on break in just
okay.
a minute here and everything, but I just wanted to verify something, is that I didn't mean that you're a creeper of all people. You're a creeper of Michelle's,
I
So
like
Michelle,
that.
you got, I mean,
I
there's
love
nothing
her.
wrong with that.
No, we've communicated before, so we're
Yes,
pretty.
we're
okay.
friends.
Yeah, we're not.
I totally understand. Well, anyway, we're going to take a quick break, you guys. We'll be back in like 2 minutes.
Millions of people are affected by the Para-X bug.
I realize that it is something that will stay with me for the rest of my life and long into the afterlife as well.
If you have the Para-X bug, there is hope.
With a nightly visit to the Para-X website and intensive past life regression therapy, I can control it.
Even with the Para-X bug, I can still lead an active life of radio show hosting, paranormal investigating, evidence checking, attending conferences, book writing, keeping up with the latest technology, and still keep my 40-hour-a-week day job.
If you think that you have the Para-X bug or know someone who might, visit para-x.com. And remember, you are not alone.
I am not alone.
I
am not alone.
The Para-X bug may cause the urge to chase shadow people, visit exotic haunted locations, adopt a pugwudgie, or spend all of your time trying to figure out the laws and principles of paranormal investigation. Listening to Para-X may increase these effects.
Sudden visions of full-body apparitions or feeling the covers being pulled off you in the middle of the night by unseen hands may also be signs of exposure to the Para-X bug.
The use of Para-X may be habit-forming, and an overwhelming desire to provoke spirits may be a serious side effect. If these symptoms last more than 4 hours, you should quickly consult a trusted witch and have her cast a "What the hell are you thinking?" spell on you. If symptoms persist, please contact the Para-X Radio Network Homeland Security Team for further instructions.
The Para-X bug may cause urges for late-night speaking with spirits and ghosts. Listening to Para-X may increase these effects. Overwhelming desire to try provoking a spirit may be a serious side effect. Those with Para-X bug effects lasting more than 4 hours should consult Para-X or see a professional. Sudden outbursts at the mention of orbs may be a sign of exposure to the Para-X bug. Use of Para-X may be habit-forming. Use caution when engaging in Para-X chat.
Your source for everything paranormal. Para-X.
And we're back. This is Jerry with The Calling, along with Kimberly Juarez and our guest, Michelle LeBaron. But anyway, before we get back to the show, guys, I just wanted to let you know that this show, if you missed the first half and you're like, what did I miss? Oh, my God. Don't worry about it. Tomorrow night, it'll be on our website, which is thecallingradioshow.com. Should be on by before 5 o'clock. And if you're looking to be a guest on our show, and if you're nobody special, you're just somebody, you want to come on the show, why not? Let's talk. Even anybody may have something they want to talk about, something they've seen or something they felt. We're willing to let you come on and have some fun. So if you go to again, the callingradioshow.com, and you can go ahead and fill out the little thing there, and it'll email directly to us, and that's great. Now, also, too, on Tuesday night, every Tuesday night from 8 p.m. Central Standard Time or 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it's the Ladies of the Gathering. The Gathering. That's right. So the ladies, Stephanie and Heidi, have a great show. If you missed last night's show, they had Wendy Webb on. She was fabulous. This is an excellent author, and I definitely want her on our show really bad. So anyway, take a look for them. And the only place that you can find such great entertainment on any type of a channel is paraxradionetwork.com. So check it out. Kimberly?
So let's get back to Michelle. What I want to ask Michelle is, let's talk about the whole bullying thing on, especially when it comes to, I can't even say especially when it comes to the paranormal. I mean, let's touch bases with that. I think you said that you've had some really strange things and stuff like that.
Yeah. And the really sad thing about it is when the ones that bully you are the ones that used to be your friends, or they said they used to be so-called friends.
Right.
I think the bullying is ridiculous. The drama is ridiculous. I feel that the only reason why these people do what they do is because they're very competitive in the field and they're very jealous of what people get or what people capture. I mean, I've had people say that I faked my stuff, and let them say what they want. You know, that's why I go live when I do my investigations, because it's personal, it's raw, and it's right in your face. Right. And the things I've captured on live is You can't. You can't edit that. You can't.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know why people do this, except for the competitiveness and the jealousy and the egos and all
Right.
that. Myself, I would never ever do that to anyone, and I don't understand why these people do this. It just baffles me.
Right.
I've given my heart, I've given my soul, I've loved very hard with people, and they've turned around and kicked me in the butt.
Yep. Yep. She said the word before she said that butt part.
Well, I could tell she was burning right into my eyes. Like, Jerry, understand this. I'm not going to say the ASS.
It's just ridiculous. It is. It's so ridiculous. And what I've done with these type of people is I distance myself from them. I blocked myself from them. I don't need that type of energy in my life, and they don't deserve to be in my bubble. So, bye-bye.
Yeah.
I finally found people that I trust and care about, and I know they love and care about me. It took a while, but I'm blessed with the people I have in my life, and I know that they won't ever hurt me.
Right.
So, and it's also to a point has made me harden a little bit, and not being able to trust very many people because of the bullying. But you do that, for shame on you. That's all I got to say.
And there's a lot of competition out there. I have to admit, and no one's an expert on anything. Like whether it's Bigfoot, whether it's alien, whether it's ghost. I truly believe even the professionals. Like I really like Grant because he says that there are no experts out there. We learn every single day. I don't care who it is. Maybe you've had 25 years, 30 years, or whatever in the paranormal field, and there really is. You'll still learn. No matter where you go,
you have a lot to learn,
or who you're with. Actually,
yeah.
So everybody should embrace each other and not be so hard on one another, and embrace each other, especially when you're in this whole field. And it's like we try to do a lot of para-unity as much as possible. So I mean, like you said, Michelle, I followed you, and there's a lot of things where you've even gotten off, left. Facebook or whatnot for a little while just to get, because it takes up your energy. You don't want to do anything. So
it's very, very exhausting, and it affects me so differently, I feel. I mean, and then I start putting that stuff on there, and then I'm bringing people down, and it's like, God, I just need to get off for a while because I'm being a Debbie Downer just like these other people, and I can't do that. I have to be strong. I have to do what I'm to do in the field and continue and, just stop it.
Yeah, and there's people like me. I watch you, and it's like, oh, my God, I wish people would stop, and you feel that energy. You got an amazing energy.
Thank you.
I mean, people tell you, there's people in the chat room right now saying how much they love you. And, there are people who really believe that you are someone that really is out there at the paranormal field and truly are a good investigator. So,
thank you.
Don't listen to what people say. I just got to say that.
Oh, not anymore. I'm done with that.
Yeah.
I know what I'm here to do, and I'm going to continue to do what I do. And if people don't like it, they can kiss my butt.
Okay, let's get back to the questions here, guys. We got a bunch of them. Steve B., do you know of some sort of scale or number to give to people that may be gifted? Like, of all the people out there that you've met and stuff like that, that claim to be gifted, what is the actual number that you think? Let's say you met 100 people, and the ones that you think probably are truly gifted is like how many percentage of them? Because, we do have that. We've had a case where a woman kept saying that she was a psychic medium. and then she was scared about all the spirits in her house and stuff. And it's like, whoa, wait a minute. If you're supposed to be a psychic medium, you should be able to communicate and take care of this, but people sometimes think a little bit over the box.
I think that I think everybody is gifted in their own way. Everyone has special gifts, and sometimes these people don't know they have these gifts, and they just need, when they do find out they have gifts, to tap into it, to strengthen it. But what I do feel is that there is maybe 30%, I'll say, of the people in our field that aren't who they say they are.
Right.
Right.
Because everyone is gifted in their own way.
Right.
But there are some fakes that only do it for their own means and not do
How
it
do you,
for...
Yeah, how do you handle a person like that? Let's say it's just you and them. They're standing there and they're saying this, this, and this. Do you say anything to them, or do you just kind of say, well, I mean, not trying to hurt their feelings or anything like that, but at the same time, too, I mean, when people have claims and the claims are not real,
I've had people do that, and then I feel something differently. And I will tell them what I feel and let them tell me what they feel. I'm not going to, shoot them down and embarrass them. And
that's what I mean, but it's just you and them.
Yeah.
How would you,
I'll say, well, okay. I feel this,
Okay.
I mean, I'm not the type of person to cause problems with anybody. I don't. Right. I'm not that way. So.
Gotcha.
At all. So if they want to be fake all they want, let them be fake. They're just being fake to themselves, really, because the real ones know the truth. So.
Right. All right, Kim, you got the next question?
No, go ahead, Jerry. Do you have something?
Okay. You don't even
going,
know where it's
I'm
at.
reading. I keep reading everybody's thing. Go ahead, Jerry.
Gotcha. Okay. Paranormal Writer had asked, question, Spirit Box preference, SB7 or SB11? How about the manual sweep devices, motor and rotary dial kind?
I like the SB7, but I like the SB11 more. I've gotten some validating things off the SB11. There's more to it. You've got two channels. You've got two separate channels, and it gives the spirits an opportune time to be able to speak through both channels. I've caught, actually, I don't know if it's on my page or not, but we were in a residential and we were using the SB11, and someone came through talking German to us. And thank gosh that there was a lady next to us who was fluent in German, and she spoke with this spirit, and they were having a conversation back and forth in German, and that blew me away. I like the SB11 better than the 7. It's not as loud, and you don't get that stuff.
Yeah.
Where you can possibly not be able to hear a spirit talk to you because of that interference. I like my glorified amplifier with the guitar pedals. I love that.
Yeah. That's a cool one.
Yeah, I've used Spiritus with Keith Weldon. Keith Weldon from Chill Seekers made Spiritus, and it's an application, and a lot of people poo-poo the applications. I don't know Keith personally. I don't. But he made this application, and I put it through my spirit box, and a woman said my name twice. For my full name. She goes, Michelle LeBaron. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm like jumping up and down. Everyone's freaking out. And then I go, can you do it for me one more time? Just say my name one more time, please. And it goes, Michelle LeBaron, like that.
Wow.
That's on my paranormal page. That'll give you chills like you would not believe.
What is your paranormal page?
It's Michelle LeBaron /paranormal investigator.
Okay, and that's Facebook, or that's website?
It's Facebook, but it's my paranormal page. I have my regular page, and I put paranormal on both, but my paranormal page is mainly paranormal.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Now, Bill Reap has a question for you.
Oh, Lord. I love you, Bill.
Do you think investigators need to become more knowledgeable of their equipment? And do you think too many have no clue how they work?
Right.
Good question. I do think that a lot of people, well, I don't know. I instantly went to the piece of equipment that I have with the amplifier, the applications and stuff, and it was like I've done it all my life.
Mm-hmm.
It's, some people have the knack for it and some people don't. It's I think that I don't know about the people not knowing how to use it, because I've really never seen anyone using equipment and not knowing what it does.
Oh, yeah, they do that. I just did. We had a really important investigation going up in Humbird, Wisconsin, at that bar I was telling you about, and my investigators were there. Nobody knew how to work their equipment. I'm
really?
Like, oh, are you kidding me? Oh, I just bought it. Well, then you shouldn't bring it with you if you don't know how to use it. You know,
See,
and
I've
everybody's
never
relying on
witnessed
me to do
that.
that. Oh, it's horrible. It's horrible.
Wow.
You know, already the stress level's up because you're in a place that nobody's ever been to before, and you want everything to go smooth, and you want to make sure that everybody is in places and everything to go. I mean, as a leader, you know, and then it's like, I can't get this turned on. Well, do you know how to use it? Well, I just bought it. I said, well, it looks really cheap. I paid $80 for it. It's like, okay.
Actually,
you know.
I did have, I was in the Washoe Club, and a girl had just bought a spirit box, or a SB7, and she had that little foam ball thing on it. It was the little foam ball speaker.
Yeah.
And she did not know how to use it. And she had it like all these radio frequencies spitting out all this stuff. And they're like, oh my God, oh my God. I'm like, no. Let me have this. I'm going to show you how to use this. I do remember it now. And I actually took that foam speaker and I like set it to the side, and I gave her my little JBL. And I said, this is what you want to use. And then I showed her what port to put it through. I showed her the speeds to use.
Well, see, that's how we learn if we don't know something. You know what I mean? But I think she should have said, does anybody know how to work this? I just got this. You know what I mean?
No,
but
I was like, oh my God, all that. No, give me that thing. But it was funny. But but now the lady knows how to use it. So
right. I
always tend to give a lot of equipment away that way. I think I've given away like 3 speakers already.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
yeah, I kind of do too. You know, one of the biggest things that we just bought recently with Sim, and I tell you, so far I've found it to be the best, especially when we're doing walkthroughs or a preliminary before we go on the primary investigation, is a body cam. It's just simple one, the Pile body cam, but it picks up audio and, stuff that we'd never heard. Like we went into one place, some lady was explaining to us of her house that had 2 sump pumps, when out of nowhere on the body cam it picked up a young girl saying, and that's what she said. And it's like there was no young girl in there. There was myself, Nicole, one of our investigators, which she is young. So Nicole, if you're listening, I apologize. Not saying you're old or anything. She's only 23, and then the
Awesome.
husband and the wife, and they were older, but it was like, it was, body cams to me so far, that's one of the coolest thing. Oh, Bill Reap even says, yes, body cams are awesome. So, and look at that. He didn't even swear. Michelle,
No.
this guy is a role model. Okay.
He is. He's my brother. I love him.
Oh, is he really your brother?
Yeah.
Well,
no,
yeah.
he's not a brother. He's her
He's-
paranormal.
Well, his
but-
wife and him are my family, and
Yeah.
I love
cool.
them so much.
That's great. That's great. So now, okay, so the full lead. Oh, okay. Go ahead, Kimberly. I'm sorry. I'm taking it over.
Oh no, you're fine. Go,
You gave me the look. Your eyes shot right
I
through me.
didn't. I was looking
It
at my
burned me.
Laser beams.
Laser beam. Exactly.
Go ahead, Jerry. Go ahead.
Okay. So, no, I forgot what I was going to ask.
I have a
Like
question. real quick.
Cyclops.
What would you rather do? A private investigation or a investigation from somewhere where it's already haunted? What is like your go-to thing?
Private.
Mhm.
I like the private thing because I have my bubble with me, my friends, my circle,
Right.
and it's very, very special.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have to. It's always a positive experience with us all. And anytime I do like a somewhere else that's not a private one, I feel other people's energies, and sometimes they're negative, and I just don't like it. I
Mhm.
like to be with the people that I vibe with.
Right. Right.
Awesome. That's good. No, okay. How do you protect yourself about not taking someone home or something home?
Well, I shield myself. I ground myself. I shield myself by going outside before an investigation, and I take my shoes off and I stand on the grass unless it's winter time. I don't do that.
Yeah. I
don't
can
want
imagine.
frostbite. But I pull from the earth. I pull a light from the earth, and I visualize it going up my body and building a lighted shield around my body.
Mm-hmm.
And I wear tourmaline. I also, my best friend Lisa Ludwig, who's a light worker, sometimes she will crystal cleanse my aura and my body before I go, or even after, if I'm feeling like I've got something around me, she'll clear that for me too. So I'm pretty lucky I have her.
Gotcha. Steve B is asking, do you feel negative entities stay a distance from you, or are they?
Oh no. Not too far away from me, but I mean, I've had some close. I've been at the Washoe and had a negative entity in a corner right across from me, and it was just standing there, and I could feel it and I can see it. And there is one incident that I had at Washoe Club where I saw this thing engulf a friend, and it backed up, which looked like she moved forward towards me, and I screamed, and then they took me into the ballroom to kind of calm me down, and I said, I got to face this. So I went into the hall where I saw it, and it was huge. It was very massive. It was very black, and it was pulsating and vibrating. You can hear the energy come off of it. It was like woo, 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 like that.
Wow.
And I actually caught a photo of him, and that's on my paranormal page. He's the shadow man of the Washoe Club, and very few have captured him, and I'm one of those.
That's awesome.
That is really good. That's really good. Steph was saying to pull in, filling the bubble around yourself with energy and light. That's the way to do it. And I know Steph's a big one, especially on tree therapy. Hugging a tree and getting the energy and stuff like that. And I occasionally go do that myself.
And I do the grounding. I love the grounding.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you do. I do the same thing because I love grounding with bare feet.
Right.
I've even done attach releasements with. I actually did a couple with Bill, where he would have someone stand there while he would sage. Have them barefoot, pull it from them. And it was an amazing experience to watch that. And pretty much I've learned from that. So, and I've pulled a few.
Awesome. Well, that's great. And then some people are saying draw down the moon too. So other than using just, the earth and everything else, a lot of people will use the moon. The moon can also help in that, I feel, especially like a lot of people think, what do you think? Okay, last night on the Gathering show, someone in the chat room said that they do not believe in the thinning of the veil. What's your thoughts on that?
I believe in it because that's my heritage and that's, with the witches and everything. And I know it's thinning because I've had vivid, crazy dreams lately. I've had voices talk to me, not like I'm some schizophrenic or anything, but I physically would wake up like twice already this past week. And I've heard someone say, hello, like that to me. So it is thinning, and they want people to see them, feel them, hear them before they go Absolutely. To the other side. So,
and it's funny on that is that just the other day, because the veil right now is thin, I get that too, but what I get is like I'll be sleeping in the middle of the night and all of a sudden someone will scream, Jerry, and it's like, what? And then I'm up. And then usually in that same morning I'm awake and everything else, and then I'll hear it a second time. And it always happens like around now or in the springtime, the two times that
it closes and opens.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. That's me. I've been hearing like voices, when I wake up, like when I wake up, or just like you said, they would yell my name or something, and I wake up and I'm like, gosh darn it, why don't I have my recorder going?
Right?
Right.
I do the same thing.
It's like, oh my gosh, it always happens when you're not ready for it.
Right. Okay, guys, we're up to 1 minute left.
I can't believe
1 minute. I know, it's gone by so quickly. So, Michelle, if someone needs to get a hold of you or to get a hold of REAP Investigations, how would they do that?
Go on our pages, Michelle LeBaron. You can message me if you have any questions. I do that. I have a lot of people that message me, and I try and help them the best I can. The REAP Investigations has a REAP Investigations team, and I believe the reapinvestigations.com is their website. But yeah, and I have a paranormal page, so check it out. You'll be amazed.
That is Michelle LeBaron.
Yes.
I love saying that. It's just so cool.
It's Michelle LeBaron.
There you go. That's the one. Okay, so this is the end of the show. I'm sorry, you guys. And remember, if you're looking for anybody in Minnesota, there's Cat Paranormal, and there's also Supernatural Investigators in Minnesota. I want to thank all the troops for listening. I want to thank you all for being here. And the only place that's the best to listen to such paranormal shows is paraxradionetwork.com. And stay tuned. I do believe it is a currently recorded show of the Geeks Paranormal. I don't think they're on live tonight. I might be wrong, Once in a while, I'm wrong. But anyway, thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you,
so
everyone. Thank you.
And we love you all, and have a great